2018 Audi R8 Spider Review. The good points of Audi R8 Spider: extremely fast, easy to push, safe, fun cornering, high-tech cabin, strong resale values. The bad points of Audi R8 Spider: not much storage room, no on-a-touch roof switch, expensive running. Options will add silly money. The Audi R8 Spider would be the convertible version in the carmaker's flagship coupe. It's a six-figure sports vehicle with a huge V10 engine and engaging all-wheel drive handling. Rivals are the Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet, Ferrari California T and Mercedes-AMG GT Roadster, prestigious company to maintain. Even so, the Audi does an admirable job of remaining nearby the top with the class. We'd be remiss in addition to the Lamborghini Huracán Spider here too, because underneath that product the R8 share many parts. Both companies will advise you they are geared towards different buyers, though. What definitely makes the 2016 Audi R8 Spider so great? It does so well due to its sheer be-watched-of ability. It's equally as at home on the racetrack as it's pootling in your local supermarket for many milk. The highlight may be the engine, a note in considerable 5.2 liters and convenience of 540 horsepower and 540 Nm in their lowest output. You'll flash past 62 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds and scream on to 197 miles per hour flat out. Thanks for the slick 7-speed S-tronic gearbox, it's easy to harness the performance offered, as well as its 80-liter fuel tank tends to make a long cover anything from fill-ups to. The fabric roof takes 20 seconds to decrease and works at speeds as high as 31 miles per hour. Adding further practicality. Nonetheless, it isn't perfect news. We wish the rooftop switch became a on-a-touch affair just like the A5 cabriolets, plus the amount of space for storage in an R8 Spider isn't what you'd call generous. There isn't a huge volume of choice throughout terms of trim levels. In fact, there's only one, however you get a good volume of kit included. No R8 Spider will leave the factory this way, though. Every single one gets some volume of personalization, and also your Audi salesperson will probably be thrilled to help you through the encyclopedic set of optional extras. Through the Audi exclusive program you will get your car in literally any color you can imagine. Audi R8 Spider Plus revealed in 2017. For individuals who need more performance, a faster Plus version on this car was announced in June 2017, with deliveries to follow along with later from the same year. The headline stat listed here is a power hike to 610 horsepower and torque of 560 Nm, hence the 062 miles per hour sprint 203 miles per hour. Head to performance section to watch much more about how the R8 Spider Plus differs from the typical car. Limited edition RWS version. Unveiled in the 2017 Frankfurt Motor Show, the Audi R8 V10 Spider RWS rear-wheel series is often a limited edition rear-wheel drive version on the standard R8 Spider. Delivering 540 horsepower and 540 Nm of torque, it's competent at launching from 062 miles per hour within 3.8 seconds and onto a premier speed of 197 miles per hour, weighing in at 1,680 kilograms. The R8 V10 Spider RWS is 40 kilograms lighter compared to the equivalent quattro all-wheel drive model. All RWS cars feature black-finished 19-inch cast aluminium wheels as standard through an optional red racing stripe sold. Available from mid-September. Production is going to be limited to 999 units with pricing beginning £118,690. The verdict. The R8 Spider can be a mightily impressive machine. It does have its drawbacks in practicality and running cost stakes, but compensates for it with one of the best engines around, supreme refinement and grippy yet entertaining handling. It's the convertible performance car that now you may drive. Amazing acceleration. Sonorous sound. Easy to operate a vehicle. The standout feature in the Audi R8 Spider is without a doubt its stunning 5.2-liter V10 petrol engine. Spec highlights: 540 horsepower, 540 Nm, 3.6 seconds 062 miles per hour, 197 miles per hour top speed, 24.1 miles per gallon, 277 GkM CO2. At some time of writing, engines this way are becoming increasingly rare. Numerous car makers are downsizing their power plants and installing turbochargers in an effort to lessen CO2 output and increase fuel economy. Thankfully, however, Audi has been able to make the R8 work together with no turbo, which implies the engine responds far quicker to throttle inputs and so it feels extremely lively. Power can be purchased in relentless shrieks of brutal forward momentum, punctuated by laser-fast gearshifts on the 7-speed S-tronic twin-clutch automatic gearbox. That latter feature is in its best handling gearshifts itself. However, you're capable to take control using paddles attached to the back with the steering wheel. Easy to push slowly. Perhaps as impressive because outright speed this car will achieve as when easy it is they are driving slowly. If you're light for the accelerator pedal and would like to move under a warp speed, the R8 Spider feels services or products other Audi, albeit louder. You're in a position to sharpen the R8's character significantly while using built-in drive modes, that may be toggled using controls on the leader. Choose between comfort and sport modes for throttle response, gear change ferocity and engine noise, or choose your own personal configuration utilizing the individual setting. Audi R8 Spider V10 Plus. In June 2017 the Plus version in the R8 Spider was announced, plus it won't surprise you to definitely learn that Plus, in this instance, means more. To be precise, that's another 70 horsepower. 610 horsepower, 560 Nm, 3.3 seconds 062 miles per hour, 203 miles per hour top speed, 22.6 miles per gallon, 292 GkM CO2. There are some other tweaks, too, including even more amounts of carbon trim, a fixed rear spoiler, standard fit bucket seats, monstrously powerful ceramic brakes and switchable performance modes besides Audi's Drive Select function. The end result is often a car which feels incrementally faster plus more impressive as opposed to regular R8 Spider, yet not necessarily more exciting. Floor the accelerator as well as the speedometer climbs around license-losing speeds and well beyond that small bit faster. As you move the kick from the back is fractionally more pronounced. Make no mistake, though, both regular and Plus versions in the R8 Spider are stupendously quick. Fantastic grip and handling. All-wheel drive satisfaction. Spec adaptive suspension, not ceramic brakes. Like the coupe, the R8 Spider's handling is exceptional. Underneath the skin lies a racing car chassis. This means there's a high degree of stiffness from the car's high-tech carbon fiber and aluminium structure. Removing your roof does give it time to flex a little more, that is noticeable not until cornering quickly on bumpy roads. In the main, though, this is usually a car which makes you feel confident and safe, quite remarkable considering how rapid it goes. That isn't to mention it's uninvolving, though. Actually, the R8 is incredibly rewarding when driven quickly because doing so has a huge bewatch of talent to call upon normally made available. The quattro all-wheel drive technique is predominantly rear-biased in their application of torque, as well as the result is usually a car that feels alive while cornering as you're in a position to adjust its trajectory in the bend while using accelerator pedal. You've got a selection of handling modes here: snow, wet and dry, selected from your steering wheel. These affect the car's characteristics based about the grip available, so you can result in the most of your R8 Spider in most conditions. Options to decide on and to avoid. We've only driven a car with all the Sport Plus pack installed, and discovered that the dynamic steering can seem to be a little odd to begin with. This adjusts the weighting automatically according to your driving, and initially feels counterintuitive. As to versions from the R8, we found said steering to become surprisingly useful at lower speeds. Its turning circle is a lot smaller than other cars in this type, meaning you may maneuver in car parks effortlessly. We can heartily recommend the magnetic ride adaptive suspension. Switched into its firmer setting, the R8 Spider has grip and composure you'll never trouble with a public road acquiring to break the law. It's mightily impressive normally made available. On another hand, the ceramic brakes are usually best avoided unless you're about to wring every last horsepower out of your R8 Spider. They're tricky to use at low speeds, making the drive somewhat jerky. They're brilliant when used as intended, though, on the race circuit. Very comfortable for a motor vehicle this fast. Cabin well insulated with roof up. Not much wind intrusion when down. The cabin from the R8 Spider is incredibly smart. If you're acquainted with Audi's interior fit and take care of, then you'll recognize a lot in the switches and features, but only from your upper echelons in the German firm's lineup. It's all quality here, without any lower-end plastics anywhere to become found. The virtual cockpit, and that is standard fit within the Spider, faces the trucker and displays driving and navigation information in several configurations. It's this coupled with all the high-tech MMI multimedia system that have the R8 Spider feel as if a very technologically advanced machine. We came away highly impressed with the way it all integrates inside cabin, determined after only a number of miles that most the features were quick and intuitive to gain access to. The seats may be adjustable to identify a good driving position, but we've yet to utilize the bucket seats that you can get as an optional extra. Very comfortable for a vehicle this fast. Cabin well insulated with roof up. Not much wind intrusion when down. The Audi R8 Spider is meant to get an everyday performance car, so as it might seem like a hard-edged, focused bruiser, it could actually be quite comfortable. Its ride is firm when compared with less sporty models, but isn't uncompromising. We'd strongly suggest the optional magnetic ride suspension and sport exhaust system if this is really a concern, because they two extras emphasize the split personality from the R8. It could be both a comfy cruiser and also a loud, aggressive monster, switchable with the push of a mouse button. What's the Audi R8 V10 Spider like with your roof up? We found cabin refinement with your roof up was exceptional, the R8 isolating wind and road noise adequately considering its fabric roof and huge wheels. The seats are extremely low, however, plus the doors open extremely wide, so getting back in and out inside a crowded recreation area might not be as fast. A neat little feature may be the rear window, and that is glass and will slide downwards into the bulkhead behind the seats independently with the roof's operation. This is solely to help you enjoy the noise that monstrous engine makes and keep the rooftop up. How long does the R8's roof choose to use open? Lower the top, which will take 20 seconds at speeds as much as 31 miles per hour, and occupants as much as and over 6 feet in height can travel without troubling their hairstyle. A wind deflector is standard fit, so helping here too. Unfortunately, unlike the 2017 A5 Cabriolet, you should hold your finger on the cover button for doing this to operate. The A5's is on a touch, which we'd want to see here. Strong standard equipment offering. Huge numbers of options available. Audi exclusive allows ultimate personalization. At launch there was only one specification with the R8 Spider, but also in June 2017 a faster plus model was announced. Standard Audi R8 Spider equipment. As Audi's flagship car, all R8's come having a decent lineup of kit. Sport suspension, quattro all-wheel drive and Audi Drive Select, the firm's drive mode system, all feature straight out from the box. Other equipment of note includes 19-inch alloy wheels, LED headlamps, automatic lights and wipers, electrically adjustable, heated, retractable auto-dimming door mirrors, heated sports seats and Nappa leather, climate control, multifunction leader, automatic parking system. Technology fans will such as standard MMI infotainment setup, which nets you Audi's virtual cockpit in addition to sat-nav, internet connectivity, DAB radio, Bluetooth plus a premium subwoofer. Each car comes that has a complimentary Audi driving experience day at the same time, that helps teach you how to get the top from your R8 Spider. You can offer 10 paint color choices at no extra cost. Nevertheless, the sky's your limit should you fancy something custom for additional money too. Upgrading towards the Audi R8 Spider Plus nets you another 70 horsepower, bucket seats, ceramic brakes, lots of carbon fiber detailing plus the option of its own green paint color. Audi R8 Spider, optional extras. There are myriad personalization options to the R8 Spider. Starting while using outside, you are in a position to have the body painted in literally any color you like over the Audi exclusive scheme, along with the side blades. The contrasting colored bits behind the doors from the below image can even be ordered in anything from carbon fiber to solid or metallic paint of a typical hue. The roof's accessible in 3 colors, while there's a raft of 19 and 20-inch alloy wheels available. We'd strongly suggest you should look at some on the driving improvements. The magnetic ride adaptive damping system is incredibly impressive indeed, as you move. The sport exhaust system allows precisely what is a noisy car for being outright antisocial. We thought the ceramic brakes were just a little overkill for road use, however, they're quite grabby at low speeds that makes it difficult to operate a vehicle smoothly. We would also suggest test driving an R8 with standard and dynamic steering back to back if you may. The latter's tendency to vary its weighting erratically can seem slightly odd in case you're utilized to more conventional setups. You can make Audi's laser light headlights too, which we found very impressive. We've tried in the driver's seat, but they can tend to dazzle other road users from the process. Then you may add a body kit on the R8 Spider together with carbon fiber trim for several exterior and interior parts. The seats may be upgraded inside their color, finishing and in some cases to bucket seats should you require more lateral support. You could also pick a multi-function controls with better functionality than the normal one, using a pair of extra satellite buttons to activate the sports exhaust and race mode. Music lovers will appreciate the optional Bang & Olufsen 13-speaker head unit, while wireless smartphone charging as well as an interface to permit the R8 to assist Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is usually purchased too. Decent safety systems as standard. Lots more accessible for extra cash. Very latest driver assistance tech not offered. While it only has 2 seats, the Audi R8 Spyder doesn't fare badly within the safety stakes. Standard Audi R8 Spyder safety equipment. On all R8 Spyders you'll find driver and passenger airbags, together with the latter capable of deactivate. Side front airbags. Integrated head restraint system. First aid kit. How many ISOFIX child seat mounting points are there within the Audi R8 Spyder? There's an ISOFIX lashing point around the passenger seat in the R8 Spyder, and Audi can even sell that range of branded child seats to work with the car. Notable by their absence here, I will discuss the suite of driver assistance features entirely on other Audis, for example adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking and active lane departure tech. Optional Audi R8 Spyder safety kit. You will probably pay extra for the number of safety systems. The ceramic brakes cost a lot and we'd suggest not well worth the cash unless you're going to operate a vehicle the R8 about as hard as it's possible to. If you choose to do a lot of driving during the night, particularly within the countryside, then this laser light headlights can be quite a wise choice. Again, they're expensive, but deliver illumination that's more intense in relation to its range and brightness than LED, halogen or xenon options. Automatic high-beam headlamps are conveniently obtainable. Other optional equipment includes cruise control and also a reversing camera. Wide, powerful 2-seater fancy car. Not much cabin storage or luggage space. Automatic parking aids and tighter spots. Inside the cabin has minimal space for detritus, using a glove box only really fit for the pair of gloves and also a small cubby between 2 seats. There's some room inside the door pockets for the large drinks bottle. The R8 Spyder isn't the simplest car to maneuver or park because of its blend of poor visibility with the cover-up and sheer size. You're perfectly capable to park with the cover down, but do ensure there's enough room left to seal it afterwards. Also be suspicious of sharp bends, for the reason that wider back end from the car are certain to get closer to objects than you're expecting. These downsides for the R8 Spyder are mitigated somewhat through the availability of acoustic sensors and automatic parking systems together with rear-view cameras, which car's surprisingly small turning circle for the machine in this type. Being kind, we'd say that safekeeping in the Audi R8 Spyder is a premium. The front boot, which could be the single largest luggage area, is simply good for the few soft bags. You can buy some branded Audi tailored cases that fit within the R8 specially, though.